Hello, test, test. Ah, there we are. Welcome everyone to Performance Racing League PRL. This is Season 9, Tier 2, Round 4 at Abu Dhabi. We're starting a little bit early because I would really like to go over the standings and the past results. And because I may or may not have a grocery order coming in the next few minutes and I may have to step away from my desk. Alright, so we have roughly 18 people, drivers here in the lobby today, so great turnout. I assume most of the prominent and full-time drivers are here. So let's go over the standings. We have Lucasade in first in the Alfa Romeo. Great results, 3 podiums in 3 races, one of them being a win and 2 third places. He's leading with 127 points, 21 points ahead of Northern Canuck in second, who won the last race and also had a fourth and a sixth. And then in third, quite surprisingly, a newcomer to the league, La Rodri. Very good results, a DNF, but also 2 podiums in the last 2 races, second and third, 86 points in third. Very good job there. Nico John follows in fourth, followed by Butler in fifth, and Camo Banana in sixth. Uh, all in all, I have to say the results are pretty steady in this tier so far this season, so we don't have huge gaps, especially between second and fifth. It's very close, and all in all, it seems that the drivers are on a good level, on the same pace here. Lucas 8 running away a little bit at the moment, but yeah, no big gaps, no big gaps. So it's all in one race basically. So very interesting here. See how the season will progress. Of course, based on these good results from Alfa Romeo, they're leading the Constructors' Championship quite significantly by 70 points. Lucas 8 and La Rodri doing a great job. 5 podiums in 6 appearances. Very strong. Very strong. Followed by Williams of Northern Canuck and Dutch with 1 podium and 1 win, 70 points behind, and Aston Martin, Nico, John, and TAC Delta, the admin and stewarding team. Very impressive as well, although Nico is not an admin anymore, so forget about that. Yeah, we're looking at a great season here. Full grid just like in Tier 1. Great to see. The switch to 2 divisions is clearly a good decision so far, and the interest remains high in PRL. Now, as we transition to the qualifying here, if you guys have any issues with the sound, as in cars too loud, too quiet, whatever, please let me know. I know there's a certain preference. I personally I prefer hearing the commentary very clearly and having the cars a little bit in the background, but not completely muted. Nobody really wants to listen to the car engine when they're not driving, huh? Oh, right. I believe we can post in the live streams that Tier 2 is live. Very curious who's going to be on top today. Abu Dhabi is a bit of an outlier track. It's difficult to nail the setup here. It's very tempting to lower your wings to absolutely nothing for those long straights. But you also have that notorious chicane between the 2 longest straights, and the sector 3 is actually quite important in terms of lap time, and yeah, wings will help you out a lot there. So it's a very interesting track to me. I find people underestimate it. There's a lot of overtaking opportunities here. Um, yeah, I like it. Welcome to the stream. I see the chat is populating here. I hope you all had fun watching or participating in Tier 1. We've already gone over the standings. If you've missed it, we have Lucozade leading the championship by for now. Has 3 podiums and is doing really well, 20 points ahead of second. I went over it quickly ahead of time because I expect to be interrupted here by a delivery at some point during qualifying, hopefully, and not during the race. Now let's set up the spectator menu. So we obviously want to see telemetry and the track map. Tires are not interesting right now. To remind myself how this Xbox controller works. So the first person on track is not Flying Grayson, actually. It will be Disgruntled. And therefore, they get the honor, if you can call it an honor, of being spectated for their first lap. Yeah, this is the tricky section. It's very easy to invalidate basically anywhere from the hairpin on to this corner here. At least that's where I struggle. This track is, I would say, one of those where if you don't have time to practice for it, you really are going to face the consequences of that. Okay, so Disgruntled very tame into the first corner, but took it very nicely. No corrections on the steering wheel. A little bit of a waggle here. 7th gear. Nice job. Tight turn in. Quick on the power. Yep. Safe, but good. Actually may have Flying Grayson catching up a little bit from behind. Hopefully Flying Grayson doesn't impede himself there, as Disgruntled, of course, as he's on a hot lap himself, has absolutely no... yeah, he doesn't have to avoid anything. Very good little correction at the end there. I think he could have let it go straight. I don't think he would have invalidated. Yeah, very controlled from Disgruntled. I like it. Little correction here. Could have taken a bit more speed. But this is obviously a banker. First lap in Q1. Well, we do short qualifying, but you know what I mean. May as well put a time on the board. Very reasonable. And then 1:24.4 for the first lap on the board. A Flying Grayson following with a 25.6, which is quite a bit down. I wonder if he got a little bit of dirty air there from the driver behind. Who's starting a lap? Let me see here. I believe the other Alpine of Camel. Camel doing really well in qualifying. Actually, he was just finishing a lap. My mistake. 1:23.6. Very fast lap. Nicely done. Hey Gord, how's it going? Good result there for you. Great pace you're showing this season. Very impressed. Okay, can we find a driver who hasn't started their lap yet? Or, let's see here. Can you guys tell that I haven't done comps in a while? The Rodri is still in the pits, but the teammate and our championship leader is just starting their lap. Same as Disgruntled, very tame into the first corner. Mercedes staying away on the left side. Very nice. Lots of yellows, but I believe it's just people slowing down, let people past. Yeah, quickly back on the throttle here from Lucozade. Very well done. Doesn't opt to get some of the slipstream there, but that McLaren was also a little bit slow. Yeah, aggressive into the first part of the chicane, but still gets a good exit. Let's see if they stick it to the right, to the left. In the meantime, Nolan Canuck puts it second, 23.7, and Craig 23.9, as well as Dutch with 24.3. A lot of people got ahead of Disgruntled there. Very curious to see what our championship leader will put on the board. Oh, goes wide and invalidates. Yeah, you could see that already on the exit of the previous turn. Now I wonder if he's going to dive back in or whether they're going... Okay, so he's going to go for another lap, recharge the battery. May as well, as Hoop sets the provisional pole at 23.6, just a tiny bit ahead of Camo Banana. Let's jump on board with... Oh, this Taffer... I see Finn. No, it's an outlap, so let's stay on board with Taffer. Gord wishes the last SC didn't come out in Tier 1. Yeah. I honestly don't know if it benefited me or not. I did pit for softs, but I was feeling really good on the mediums. Taffer goes for second try here. Not sure why their battery level is so low, but it should be enough. Sticks to the right side, doesn't like sacrifice a bit of speed there, scrubbing some off. Very controlled through the hairpin, a little bit late on the throttle. So this should be enough for a banker lap here. I may run out of ERS at in sector 3, but we'll see. There's obviously a lot of tight corners where the battery also recharges quite a bit. Very flat, not flat, but very shallow into the chicane. You can easily lose half a second, if it goes really badly, a second in that chicane. Okay, so this will be a 26 or so, 26.7 to Fur goes 13. Let's check out what TAC Delta can do. So he just starting sector 3 here. Oh, in the middle of sector 3, what am I talking about? Controlled feathering the throttle. This will also be in the territory of Tafur, I believe, in terms of lap times. A little bit faster, 124.5. And places 9th in the top 10 with their banker lap. Very good job. And I believe Vinny Sips, my teammate from the midweek tier, is on a flyer. Let's jump on board with him. Just starting to go towards sector 3 here. Let's see how they take the... Oh wait, is this the hairpin? I guess the other one is the hairpin. I don't know what to call this. There's one thing I am terrible with, it's corner numbers and corner names. I've no idea how guys remember this. Really no lap time on the board so far. The last driver to put something up. Nope, Tar Heel's still waiting as well. 124.8 goes 13th. Let's hop on to Craig. We haven't watched Craig yet. Also on a hot lap, second one. And Gord, am I streaming from Discord or Xbox? I use OBS. If you want to jump on the comms, I can certainly make that happen through Discord if you feel like it. Okay, very tame here through, but almost goes over. I had to let off the throttle. That will definitely cost some time here, Craig. But is he on for an improvement? Just slightly, half a tenth. Leaves him still in 4th. So very surprised by the Alfa Romeos at the moment. So clearly their first laps didn't go so well. The Constructors' Championship leaders in 15th and 18th right now. Camo Banana finishing their hot lap. Can they improve and jump hoop? Yes, he can. Very nicely done. 123.2 improves by 4/10. That's not a small feat. Gord, I don't have an Xbox account. I'm on PC, so I'm not sure how I could make that work right now. Okay, I believe we have one of the McLarens starting a lap. Oh, just finished a lap. Improved. Let's follow Jimmy, our resident Spaniard. Let's see if he can improve from 10th with a 24.4. I miss all the sector times. My apologies for that. My commentary game is as rusty as my racing at the moment. Now this should be an improvement here at 123, just about. At 124.0 improves by 4/10 up to 7th. Very nice. Jimmy always a contender. Very, very quick and challenged for the championship last season, if I'm not mistaken. Now is Nico John on a fast lap? Ah, no. Tac Delta on an out lap. La Rodri, we haven't seen La Rodri do a fast lap yet. So we're gonna stick to her and see what she can do. 125.2, most likely not representative here of this driver who's scored a couple of podiums already. Yeah, the Xbox buttons, Gord, are because I'm using an Xbox controller. It's much better to use for comms than my wheel. Here we go, La Rodri. Definitely a big improvement needed if they want to start at the front. Almost 2 seconds, or 2 seconds are needed for pole position. That's a big number. And already improved by roughly 2/10. Very nice, through one sector. Almost a short shift into 8th there. Yeah, so I see a lot of Tier 2 drivers don't do themselves very many favors through the exit of the chicane here. Oh, and Lucozade improves to a 23.0. That's over a 2-second improvement. Very nice. And my apologies, guys. I have to quickly take a phone call. Alright, this is a nice lap. Very sorry, I have to step away just for a minute. And La Rodri managed to get a 24.3, so that was roughly 1 second of improvement. Good job. In the top 10 now. And let's watch Juki Hoser. They just improved 23.9 to P7. Sorry if I missed that. We live in these beautiful times where you can pay a little bit extra to get your groceries delivered to you, and for lazy people like me, that is just a godsend. Now, who needs to improve here? So we have Vinny, currently in 17th, 24.8. Looks like he's at the end of a hot lap. And Vinny improves massively to 10th. Very nice job. Tar Heel's still in the pits doing the usual Tar Heels thing. Would love to see multiple times from him once in a while. Dookie Hoser still pushing. See if Dookie can improve. And yeah, I agree. Lucozade time would be roughly a P8 in Tier 1. I only managed a 22.9, so he would basically be starting where I started. I invalidated my last lap. But we're not in Tier 1, we're in Tier 2. Oh, and Dookie was just pushing really hard to get back to the pits. I just noticed that I don't see the session timer, and I don't know why. Very strange. Yeah, so impressive times here. Wondering if Lucozade at the top 5 here can improve into the 22.9s. I'm pretty sure they can. And we're missing Craig's lap. Craig actually is on a hot lap already. He's going to face some traffic in Sector 3, so hopefully there will be no impeding here. Craig, as we know, very fast and probably the fastest driver who's using chase cam because he's the only one. And as confused as I am by that, I am also very impressed. Oh, thanks, Gord. I'm just blind. Gord just pointed out to me where the session timer is. It used to be on the right side, I thought. Now I'm very tempted to install one of these mods since I'm on PC to get a bit of a different interface as Craig invalidates, unfortunately. Let's follow Hoop. Had a provisional pole for a while before. As Tac Delta retires. And we haven't followed him around for a lap yet. Everyone's on a fast flyer lap now. Lucozade, Camo Banana, and Nico John. But we're going to stay on board with Hoop here. See what they can do. Oh, the Mercedes in front. A little bit of a wiggle. Are they gonna give him a tow? Not really. Could have been. Oh, maybe Noob doesn't have control of his car anymore. Can Hoop snatch pole position here? As Camo Banana goes on pole position with a 22.8. Very nicely done. And Hoop improves but cannot jump to second or first. Let's see if Lucozade can do anything. Hopefully he will not get impeded. The guys in front, the two Red Bulls, probably on fast laps as well. It may be beneficial, but through the corners he may get a little bit of dirty air as one of the Red Bulls goes out of the line of sight. And Lucozade cannot improve. Stays second as Tar Heels with just one lap puts it on 9. Very, very good job. So if we have 5 safety cars, Tar Heels will have soft tires for every one of them. Yep, very quick time. So let's go over the finishing order here. We have Camo Banana. I believe him and Lucozade were battling it out for every pole position so far, at least from what I've seen in Tier 2 at 22.8. Beating yours truly, who got the honor of reserving up in Tier 1. Congratulations. Lucozade second with a 23.0. Hoop with a 23.3. That's our top 3. Nico John 23.6 in 4th. Northern Canuck 23.7 in 5th. And the rest of the order is Craig in 6th. Dookie in 7th. Jimmy in 8th. Tar Heels in 9th. And Butler in 10th. Finishing the top 10. After which it is Vinny in 11th, La Rodri in the Alfa Romeo in 12th, Dutch in 13th, Disgruntled in 14th, Sparkplug in 15th, Flying Gracing in 16th, Tech Delta in 17th, Noob in 18th, and Defer in 19th. Oh hey Camo, yeah, great lap. It's going to be a good race for sure. Keep it clean. We had, I believe, 3 safety cars, or 3 or 4 safety cars in Tier 1. Now, to be fair, those incidents, apart from mine, were quite big, so the safety cars were warranted. I simply lost my wing and there was nobody else involved, so I was really surprised that we got a safety car for that. So hopefully, uh, the decisions the game makes will be a little bit better this time around. I haven't gotten a weather report, but I presume that it is dry. I do see some cloud cover, so the track may be a little bit colder. Sparkplug asking what the tier 1 time was. I believe they're asking for the pole position. It must have been a 22.0 flat. Personally, I expected some 21.5s, but we didn't get there. Yeah, I agree with Gord. Camo, you've improved a lot, especially in qualifying, and the race pace is there as well, and the consistency has gotten a lot better. Yeah, 22.0. I think it was Victor. I'm not sure who got pole in the end, but you know, it's hard to track that when you're in the race yourself. Well, it's great to see these full grids. Was a little worrying. Of course, from what I hear, every league struggles a little bit for drivers, which of course will also have something to do with the state of these games. Not much we can do about it. It was definitely the right move to go down to 2 tiers. Highly competitive in Tier 1 as well as Tier 2. And the midweek division is just so much fun. No pressure. PRL's in a good spot here considering that so many leagues are suffering. It is what it is, you know. I see it with myself. I love racing, and I would love to do it every day, but life just gets in the way. Last 3 weeks, I wasn't able to do anything. So, chat, got any wagers? Top 3 winner? Come on, fastest lap. Shoot me some names. How many safety cars? Is it going to rain? Anyone gonna go out on inters by accident? Now, personally, I'm not going to put my predictions here because I am very much aware of the commentator's curse. But I will simply read out what people write in chat, and that is definitely not the same thing, right? So we have Northern Canuck back-to-back wins would be amazing. 3, 4, 5 lights. And we are away. How are we getting away? So to Lucozade, Camo Banana, great start. No challenge to Camo Banana. Hoop goes on the outside of Lucozade. Great start on the mediums. Let's go around the back here. There's a little bit of shenanigans going on. Lots of cars through those tight corners. Sparkplug in the McLaren is left behind. A collision maybe that we have missed. Make sure everything gets around this corner cleanly. And Hoop and Lucozade switch positions as well. Lucozade must have taken that corner a little bit better. And Hoop gets swallowed by Northern Canuck. Let's see how they get through this chicane together. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. But nothing world ending. Northern Canuck has to concede here. And Nico John coming around with a lot of overspeed. They're going 3 wide. into the wiggly worm, as Sheriff Shaft would call it. And Nico John with a double overtake. Let's go. Let's go. Calm and collected. Hit the cockpit view. And you know who the Chads are on the grid, eh? Very impressive. Very impressive. This is allowing Camo and Lucozade to drive away a little bit. Camo's trying to obviously drop Lucozade. Which he should be able to do at first with the medium tire advantage, but we'll see how that goes. Good spread here, roughly half a second between all the cars. I haven't seen any major incidents. I'm not sure exactly what happened to Sparkplug. We have a little bit of a... Sorry that I'm just rushing through the order like this, but there must have been a tiny bit of a contact here. From 15th to 19th, between the two Ferraris possibly. Disgruntled, putting the move onto Vinny, as ahead Tefur almost goes off track with a lot of overspeed to make this overtake happen. Noteworthy, the Disgruntled is actually on the hard tire, whilst Vinny and Sparkplug are on the medium tires. Got them both. Very nice job. And Nico John is actually caught up with the top two now. Let's follow him and see what they can do as they both go off the track in Sector 3. It's a little bit hard to keep on track sometimes depending on your wings. And Camo Banana doing what he has to do, driving away at the moment. I'm just turning these settings here on. I won't comment on them. At least I'll try not to. We have a yellow in Sector 3, but it cleared up. Looks like Disgruntled in the pits. Possibly with some damage that we must have missed. Now let's go over. So not many tremendous improvements. Vinny is down 7. And Tac Delta and Noob up 4. Other than that, we're pretty close to the starting grid. And in terms of tires, now without the formation lap, it's always tough to go over this. We have the majority on mediums. Lucozade and Nico John and Jimmy, the drivers that opted to stay on the hard tire for the opening stint. My personal preference definitely would be to start on the hard tire, but no races were lost starting on the mediums. Ooh, I'm not sure if this is lag from Northern, hopping around a little bit, or... Yeah, hard to say what happened there, but Craig gets a position. And Nico John, as much as he caught up at first, he now dropped back massively by 1.5 seconds from Lucozade. Whereas Lucozade is just on the cusp of DRS, so probably just waiting for those tires to come into play. Let's go to La Rodri, who's very close to Butler. Oh, Butler goes wide and La Rodri goes down the inside. I'm wondering if Jimmy and Butler can get back on La Rodri now with the DRS. As Hoop makes the move on... Was that off track? Yeah, Butler definitely got past La Rodri. Jimmy didn't quite make it. This is a calm, strategic race right now. Lots of moves, but pretty clean. Sorry, I just had to mute myself. I was wondering what my cat's doing. She's a little bored, I think. Well, let's see if Nico John can make it back up to the top 2 with the help of Hoop. Maybe they can pull them along. As Tac Delta gets past Noob. Unfortunately, we've missed that. Tefur and Vinny Sips trading positions. Now let's see what La Rodri and Butler can do this turn. The thing is, they're all kind of in a train, so apart from Tar Heels, I wonder if anyone's actually in danger to be overtaken here. Lucozade slowly but surely making his way into the DRS detection as Butler pulls out on their teammate. Oh, yeah, gets past Tar Heels. Probably didn't put up too much of a fight, but might be in trouble now. La Rodri very close, but it would take a bit of a heroism to get through. Oh! Some odd braking points there, unless this was lag. Look at that, everyone from P3 to P7 is basically in a train. And we have the same thing from 14th to 19th, or 18th. Disgruntled a little bit far down now after their pit stop, of course. And put on the mediums again, so we'll have to stop again. As Flying Grayson goes past Noob in this part of the track. Yeah, and it's really far ahead. Oh, what happened there? Vinny Sips is off. Oh, sorry to see that. Wow. Some aggressive ERS use with some of these drivers. I won't say any names. And yeah, maybe the track is a little cooler. You can see the cloud cover is quite significant. See a lot of sliding around. Obviously the tires are getting older, but it's only been 5 laps so far. Oh, we have a caution and we have a DNF. I wonder what happened there. Can we see? Was that an on-track retirement? I don't see the car. So it must have despawned already. Let's go back to our leaders here. So Lucozade now lap 6 has made it back into the DRS of Camo. Let's see if he can make a pass on the first lap or whether he's trying to stick around for a bit. I also have La Rodri really close to Butler, only 1/10 behind, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. With Jimmy pull up right behind as well. So I think this is very sensible what Lucozade's doing here. Get towed right behind Camo and now try to stick the move on to this straight. And Camo has a bit of a bad exit there, but is obviously fighting it. This is gonna be a very tricky move. Both giving a lot of space, very respectful racing as Lucozade does make a pass. Nicely done. Nicely done, very clean. And I missed it, I believe La Rodri got past Butler there, but we had the overtake for the lead, which I gave a little bit of priority to. Really intrigued with this whole train of cars here. So we have from Nico John down to Dookie Hoser. These guys have been in the same row for the last 8 laps, if I'm not mistaken. Curious if one of these guys can make a move now. It's so difficult in the train. It's also interesting to see the delta between Lucozade and Camo. So hovering around 1 second. I'm not exactly sure if Camo got the DRS. I believe they did. They should get it for the second straight as well. Yeah, no moves around here. Very calm and collected driving. Dookie goes a bit over that inside curve. That will lose him DRS. Hard tire drivers in a very good position here as La Rodri now makes it past Tar Heels. Alfa Romeo clearly's got the pace on race day. And Jimmy pull up real fancy and move past the Red Bulls here as well. Going strong in 9th and 10th since the start. That's where they started as well, and they're defending these last 2 points positions. Camo Banana and Lucozade now fully detached from the rest of the pack. 4.5 seconds ahead of Hoop, and the hard tires do now have the advantage as Lucazade's able to drive away. Is out of the DRS now. Jimmy will want to... Oh, almost loses it. I had to get out of the throttle there to make sure the oversteer wouldn't make him spin. Sparkplug causes a... Are they retiring? They're stuck. Okay, very odd. They were stationary there for quite a while. So not exactly sure, and I believe I missed an overtake. Oh, we have 3 cars battling here. So Nico John, Craig, and Northern battling it out for 4th position. Nico John on the hards, which should have an advantage at this point, and Sparkplug retired in the pits. I'm very sorry I missed that, not sure what happened there. So Craig putting on a great show here, considering his tires he should have a disadvantage on those tires now. Maybe we're just about at the crossover point as Camo Banana is keeping up with Lucozade for now. Unfortunately, Sparkplug's car is making it back on the track, but shouldn't cause too much of an issue. Apart from the yellows here, so no overtakes granted. Yeah, that's annoying. I mean, anyone who was in a good position to make a move here is now disadvantaged by this yellow. I really don't understand why this game's doing this. On board with Nico John, half a second behind Craig. So we're on lap 10. Third of the way through this Grand Prix, both of them very, very deep into this corner. And this has lost Nico John quite a bit of time, roughly 3/10 to Craig. Northern Canuck in a strong position here, 6th. Having a really good season so far. And obviously inherited the win last race. You know, you gotta have the car. You gotta put the car where it can win a race and not retire. Therefore, he deserves it just as much. What is happening here? Nico John must have had to avoid a spin or something. Gets out of the throttle completely. And did they disconnect? This is really strange. This looks like AI driving. So I'm going to... Yeah, Nico John's left the session. Here we go. So let me quickly try to re-invite him. Maybe they had another power outage. Oh my god. There we go. Sorry for that interruption. Camo Banana must have made a mistake somewhere as they are 2.8 seconds behind Lucozade, now driving away on those hards. He does need to create a bit of a gap, of course, because Camo will pit soon and will be on the faster tire. Oh, this is just Nico John being passed again. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. He was doing really well in P4, 5, 6 there, battling it out with Craig. Yeah, it is what it is. Game just making it difficult for people. But I know that Nico has had a few power outages recently. It's actually put Northern in a little bit of a difficult spot now because he had DRS. And now with Nico falling away from between him and Craig, he has to fight to get it back. Before we do this, let's try to get Nico another invite just in case. Last thing we want is someone not to be able to partake. Nico John has joined. Ah, I see. Okay, so good luck to Nico. He's back with his teammate now in 10th. Hopefully he can salvage some of this. He's on the right tire at least. As Tech Delta gets past Nico. Okay, so if Nolan does it right, he should be able to put the moves on Craig here. A little bit of a scruffy exit from the chicane, and you basically rob yourself of a chance to get ahead of the driver in front. I'm wondering if Nico John disconnected again, as he's pretty slow there. Ah, that's too bad. Why don't we go on a lap with our leader, as Camo Banana pits actually. Lucozade putting on a great show, has been driving away from P2 and P3 quite a bit, now has an 8-second advantage to Hoop because Camo Banana just got into the pits alongside Craig. They're going to put on the hard tires now. So I'm wondering how long Lucasade's going to stay out or whether he's going to respond right away. Medium could certainly do 15 laps around here. But he also doesn't need to per se because he will be on the faster tire. La Rodri in the meantime has made it up to 5th. What a great race. Let's look at the position changes. So La Rodri up 7, Tac Delta up 8. Believe La Rodri and both La Rodri and Tac Delta may have benefited from Nico John there and some people pitting already. It's a great race as La Rodri also gets past Duki Hoser now, which I have missed. My apologies. Great race by La Rodri. Clearly I have to switch to their POV more often. Is Duki gonna try to send it down the inside? It is possible. Nope. As Lucozade opts to stay out. Those hard tires still speaking to him. Craig and Tac Delta battling here. Ooh, going side by side into, ooh, a little bit of contact, but Tac Delta gets out of the throttle, avoids a spin there for both of them. Duki Hoser now pitting after being overtaken by La Rodri. La Rodri still feeling comfortable. Ooh, snap of oversteer from Tac Delta. Almost loses it, now falls out of the DRS. And Camo Banana and Butler battling it out. Who's going to get DRS? I believe it may be Butler. Camo Banana makes it past through that corner, very nicely done. But Butler is not giving up this position. Says no, no, no. Oh, there's a little bit of contact here. Almost outbrakes himself, Camo, but salvaged it very nicely. And actually gets a great exit. Will we see the re-overtake now with DRS on his side? Into the hairpin. Oh, but Butler's going to stick it out. Nope, just backs out in the last moment. Try again next lap. Did he just get that penalty? Three seconds. I'm not quite sure if that penalty was just applied now or whether I had missed it earlier. And yeah, Butler missing some pace now. Oh, planning to do that pit stop. Ooh! Oh no! Misses the pit entry. That's so unlucky, and then gets the penalty for corner cutting. No, that's just so unlucky. As La Rodri pits for the hard tire. Lucasade's still staying out, has a 16-second advantage. Now let's check So Lucas should come out somewhere just ahead of Hoop or Craig. We'll see. Fastest lap, by the way, currently with Camo Banana 26.6. So Lucas may actually lose that position to Camo, so they will have to catch up. Oh, Luca had a moment. I missed that. Getting tight here now with these pit stops, so we have drivers still out on old hards as well as old mediums, and then a bunch of drivers on brand new hards. TAC Delta being passed by Northern. Lots of battling going on now, and La Rodri right on their tail. Lots of action here. A Camo Banana also really close to Jimmy Pull-Up, who's going to be on old tires and may just get past, yeah, even before turn 1. Well, Lucas 8 will have a lot of catching up to do on Camo Banana the way it stands now. La Rodri with a much better exit. TAC Delta on those old mediums gets past easily. Dutch and Vinny trade positions. I believe that's because of pit stops. Yeah, Vinny just hitting the pits now, as well as Nico John for fresh mediums. We have any on-track battles? So we have Northern Canuck close to Dookie Hoser as well as Tar Heels. Nobody very close on the pit exit, so we have this battle here for 6th right now. Yeah, maybe trying to fuel save TAC Delta, eh? Yeah. Oh, I wasn't gonna mention it. Now this battle for 6th here, allowing Northern Canuck to catch back up again. He briefly dropped out of DRS as Lucas 8 now pitting for the mediums on the pit exit. Are they going to make it out ahead of Hoop? It'll be very, very tight. But he makes it. He makes it. So 5 seconds to Camo. Absolutely doable. 12, 13 laps ahead of them. And Lucas 8 will be on the faster tire, but we'll also have Hoop now on warm hards in the DRS right behind. As we have a potential move coming up. Oh, and Northern just slightly bumps Dookie Hoser. Very lucky not to spin them out. And this will absolutely benefit La Rodri again. These two guys battling each other. Tar Heels will be able to drive away. That was unfortunate, but ended in a very, very lucky way, I have to say. Hoop made it back onto Lucas 8, of course, through those 2 straights. Half a second behind now, but Lucas 8's mediums will be up to temperature by now. Jimmy Pull-Up also in a really good position, 9th, a little bit behind the fighting pack, but because they're all battling, he will catch up quite quickly. As Lucas 8 has already made up a second, 1.2 seconds on Camo Banana. Hoop setting the fastest time of the race, 1:26.3. And we're back in our 5-car battle between Craig, Tar Heels, Dookie, Northern, and La Rodri. These positions this race, P4 to P7, have been very active. Northern trying a move here already. I would wait for the DRS. Oh, getting really close to each other again, and that really put him at a disadvantage. So La Rodri may be able to do something here. And the guys ahead are battling hard as well, with Craig trying it on Tar Heels. But Tar Heels Very good car positioning there. Ooh, and Craig trying the switchback, but hops a little bit over that sausage curb. Very close racing. Ooh, we may have a double overtake here from the Alpha Tauris. Look at that. Working together. Red Bull against Red Bull against Red Bull. Nicely done. A double team overtake on Tar Heels. And as I said, Jimmy will really benefit from this behind. Only 3.5 seconds behind now, so they halved the delta within 1.5 laps. As Lucasade is now within the DRS. These guys are battling pretty hard here. Both Tukioza and Craig obviously have the 3-second penalties, so they should really try to help each other out. But they're battling quite hard. And that will certainly help Tar Heels and La Rodri behind. And Northern Canuck, who's also made it back to the fighting pack here. And Jimmy Pull-Up only 1.2 seconds behind these guys now. Wow. Caught up 5 seconds and I missed the overtake for the lead. I'm so sorry. But there's just action all around right now. Ooh. Yeah, I know this move through that chicane. Just go a little bit late on the throttle to slow everyone down behind. Whether it was on purpose or not, it certainly worked. La Rodri super close, but just cannot get behind right now. Or past. My apologies. As the Alpha Tauris having the battle of the seasons here. Let's stay on top of Tar Heels. Oh my goodness! Oh, wow. I saw both of these drivers in the hospital already. As Craig opts to pit, I didn't know they still had to pit. They're only 6 lap old. Did they get some damage? I'm confused by that. 6 lap old hards. That's very strange. Lucasade already 2 seconds ahead. I think we have the man of the hour here. 9 laps to go. Amazing pace. Amazing pace. The only thing they're missing, I believe, is... Nope. Got the fastest lap too. Never mind. So let's go through the order while we stay on top with these guys here battling hard. Jimmy Pull-Up now caught up on La Rodri and Northern Canuck on the fresh mediums. Has a 2-lap tire advantage and the softer tire. Gets bumped a little bit by Northern Canuck through the chicane, but made it through. Northern Canuck a little bit of yeah, a little bit squirrely there today. And Craig is out on fresh mediums. It must have had some damage or something. Otherwise, I can't really explain that move. So as I said, let's go through the order. On lap 21, we have Lucasade, Camo Banana, and Hoop in first, second, third, completely detached from the rest of the grid. 16 seconds ahead. These guys definitely have the pace on the field here today. Then we have our amazing battle combo from 4th basically up to 9th now. We have Ducky Hoser in 4th, Tar Heels in 5th, La Rodri in 6th, Jimmy Pull-Up on fresh mediums in 7th. I believe they will all have to contend with him. So yeah, it's possible to get a P4 here for Jimmy. And then Northern Canuck in 8th, now detaching a little bit, and Butler just making up their way back into this battle. And then we have Dutch in 10th, but unfortunately 15 seconds down on these guys, and so is the rest of the field. As we see Hoop overtaking Camo Banana, I didn't expect that, hence why I missed it again. Was just about 1.5 seconds behind, so maybe Camo Banana made a mistake somewhere. Both on hard tires. The hard tire advantage is not very big, so they may just stay attached to each other here. La Rodri also in 5th now. Yeah, surprised to see this overtake happen just now. But this is the most exciting pack here right now, for sure. We have Disgruntled Muppet. No, possibly going on for a move on the second straight here. Yeah, gets a much better exit, but gets blocked a little bit. Doesn't opt to go around, like why? That was interesting. Oh no, and Camo gets a 3-second time penalty, so unless the other guys get some as well, it'll be difficult to get back to second. Jimmy has the tire advantage, but because of this DRS train, it's just extremely difficult. He'll have to do it on the brakes. He'll have to be brave. And Northern Canuck fighting him hard, and of course, yeah, it's difficult to get out of the chicane when there's someone right ahead of you. So the tire advantage soon will go away as Butler absolutely sends it on Jimmy and on Northern, and we have a safety car. Unfortunately, I missed who retired. It must have been Disgruntled. Everyone's slowing down, and both the top three in the pits, hopefully they all have new softs available. So we have Lucozade going on softs, Hoop going on softs, so this will be a shootout for the win. I presume everyone will pit, although Dookie Hoser promptly does not pit. That may cost him a lot. That may cost him a lot. There's still plenty of laps here, so those soft tires will absolutely demolish the hard tire. Tier 2 seems to struggle with the chicane. Yeah, I don't think it's across the board. But I mean, it's a common trick, you know. I've seen it in Tier 1 as well. Just to be a little bit late on the throttle out of the chicane, especially when you're battling hard. It can really catch the people behind out. I personally don't do it. I don't think it's, you know, the fairest thing to do, but sometimes it also just seems that way, let's be honest. Especially as a spectator with the connection issues we have sometimes. May just be lag, may not be on purpose at all. But it's a strategy, for sure. Yeah, so almost everyone pitting. Craig had the damage, so he stayed out on pretty fresh mediums, so that's a good move. Making their way up to 7th. That's good damage limitation here. Still, we'll have to contend with the soft tires, of course, which will be difficult, but much easier on 3-lap-old mediums than on 9-lap-old hards. And brings certain people back into play. Tag Delta here in 11. And also, I mean, let's not forget that the top 3 had 15 seconds on everybody else. So that's a little painful. But looking at their pace, they should be able to drive away again. Camo Banana with the 3-second time penalty may lose out to La Rodri now. So Alfa Romeo really, you know, on for a good result again. I saw Dookie Hoser just, oh no, left the session and is pitting now. I am not sure if I have Dookie on my friend lists. No, oh, I'm so sorry. Please, someone invite him. He'll be pitted onto the softs by his team now. You know, he may still come out ahead of TAC Delta. So, not too shabby, because I think if he had pitted with everybody else, he would have been 8th or 7th or so. So it could have been a lot worse. While we're here, let's check out the penalties. So we have... Oh wow, I was not aware that Butler had 9 seconds of penalties. So Butler pretty much out of contention for this race. We have Camo Banana with 3 seconds, which will make it very difficult for him to get on the podium. La Rodri, no penalties. So we may see a double podium for Alfa Romeo here again. Craig, 3 seconds. Northern, 3 seconds, 6th and 7th. And then Dookie Hoser now in 10th. with 3 seconds. I believe they made it back into the session. And Dutch in 12th with 3 seconds as well. And Tefur in P last currently, P16. With 3 seconds as well. And they really got a step on it. Yeah, Dookie's still in the lobby. I just noticed that too, but it definitely showed me that he left earlier. So luckily somebody else invited. So let's remember here the tires. So we have everyone on fresh softs apart from Craig now. Craig promoted up back to 6, so I believe, even though obviously the softs will have an advantage, I believe he will be able to defend. He should be able to finish in the top 10. I don't believe safety car's in yet. No, we'll have another lap. And since we're having another lap, please excuse me just for a second. Alrighty. Well, guys, we're on for a fun 5-lapper here. And you know what's not fun about 5-lappers is retirements, so let's hope everyone keeps it clean. I think it's fair to say that Hoop, Lucozade and Camo have had the pace on the field here today. Stayed clean, had great pace, always set the fastest laps, and yeah, it'll be highly deserved for one of these guys to win. I think Lucozade may have just had the edge on the other two guys, but certainly they will have a lot of pace on these softs. Lucozade not leaving too much of a gap. Slowing down now. I personally like to go early on this track. It catches people out. A lot of people out. So I would leave just past the bridge here. Yeah, just remember for the next race, that's where I'll bolt it. But you would have had to leave a bit more space to the safety car, for sure. Let's see when he goes. And Lucozade leaves it all the way to the end. Bunching everyone up. And actually gets a really poor exit. That was interesting. But they're keeping it clean. Hoop right behind, so I'm gonna stay on board with these guys here now. No moves in the back there. Let's see if how these guys will strategize here now. Obviously, one way to do it is to try to stick in behind, stay in second basically till the last lap and then just dump your entire battery. That's one way to do it, but it also requires you to actually stick to the driver in front, which, you know, may not be the easiest feat. And we have some moves in the back here. Vinny Sips going past Flying Grayson. And Craig still in 6th for now, but just been overtaken by Butler. Butler has a lot of penalties though. So Craig, so far, he's looking good on these mediums. Flying Grayson gets a 3-second time penalty. La Rodri has dropped behind the top 3 a little bit. This will be a very exciting finish between Hoop and Lucozade here. I don't believe Hoop has had a win in this league yet. I believe they joined this season. So this will be great motivation and obviously a major moment in their PRL career if they can pull it off. DRS will be activated next lap. Gonna try to dive down. Nope. Dutch having a moment in the back of the field here, but we're gonna stick to the leaders. Butler making it past Tar Heels. Past the teammate. Obviously has the penalties, so maybe just a friendly pass. Northern Canuck getting past Craig for 7th. And Craig being handed down a little bit. So maybe these softs are really kicking in now, but he makes it back to 8th. Down the inside. Wow, what a switchback. Great job. Great job by Craig. He's really gonna want to keep these positions. Every point counts, of course. Wow, as Dookie Hoser now goes down the inside of Jimmy Pull-Up. Oh, that's an odd place to do it, and they both suffer the consequences. No, that's really unfortunate. I don't believe anyone's got damage. Oh, that's too bad. They were both doing really well, on for a big points haul. Yeah, what can I say? It may go to the stewards, I'm not sure. Lucasade's doing a great job right now. Definitely wants to save some of his resources for the last lap. They have left La Rodri somewhat behind. But La Rodri's still in P3 currently as it stands, with Camo's penalty. And we have Vinny Sips getting past Tech Delta. I apologies, I've missed that. We're just gonna, it's almost the last lap, so we're gonna stick to the top 3 here, as this is a very tight battle for the win. Really can't call it who it's going to be. On track at least, it could be any 3 of these guys. What a tight race this has been, and fairly clean too. We've had, what, 1 or 2 safety cars? I can never remember. Butler getting another penalty, so he will most definitely drop out of the top 10. I'm wondering where he's getting all these penalties. Oh, this will be the moment here. This will decide the win. Good exit by Lucozade. We'll have the guys behind with TRS. I'm wondering if Lucozade shot his powder too early here. Hoop will now have ERS advantage and the DRS advantage. This will be very close. And Hoop goes past, but Lucozade does stick it down the inside and loses out. Oh no. Ah, that was hard to see from the angle I picked there. That looked a little bit unfortunate. It looked a little bit unfortunate as in I believe there was a little bit of contact. Oh no, and Lucozade, no! But let's go back to Hoop, he's the race winner. Lucozade loses it in Sector 3. Congratulations to Hoop for the first win. Camo and Banana coming in second and actually defending that position from La Rodri. Oh, and Lucozade will be gutted. Absolutely gutted. Still 5th because of the penalties, but that was... I'm so sorry to see that. It almost looks like he lost it himself. I was probably really pushing those tires. So yeah, that's how quickly it can go from hero to P5. It's very unfortunate. He will still do well with the points lead he has, but and it's early in the season, of course. But congratulations to Hoop for their first PRL win. I'm fairly certain. Welcome to the league, and congratulations, man or woman. Great job. Kept it clean and got it on the last lap. That's how you do it. Yeah, Camel, a quarter of a second. Got lucky there. Congratulations to our podium sitters. Hoop from the States, Camel Banana from the UK, and La Rodri from, what is that, Honduras? I would be lying, maybe, because I don't know. Tar Heels in P4. What a drive. What a drive. Up from P9 with just one qualifying lap. Amazing job. Hoop is a reserve. I got it. Okay. Lucas 8 in 5th. He will be gutted. Has had a great race, and then unfortunately the last lap was not for him. Northern Canuck, solid result in 6th. Nico John 7th, considering that he got disconnected and lost almost 10 positions there. It's a very good result. Vinny Sips finishing in 8th, up from 11th. Craig, sorry. Craig finishes in 9th, so kept the car in the top 10 on those mediums. Very good job. Tac Delta up 7 positions from 17th to round up the top 10. Very good job. Butler just dropped out of the top 10. So I actually did really well there with those 12 seconds of penalties. That's actually quite impressive. Dookie Hoser 12th, despite their disconnect. I guess that's a good result. And then we have Flying Grayson in 13th. Jimmy Pull Up in 14th, Tefer in 15th, Dutch in 16th, Disgruntled in 17th, Sparkplug in 18th, and Noob in 19th. The last 3 being our DNFs. And unfortunately, I forgot about the race director. Apologies, but it looks like the timer reset, and we just about caught it. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. And sorry for the interruptions. I actually feel it in my voice that I haven't done one of these in a while. I hope everyone enjoyed this, and please come back for next week's race, which is, if you give me a minute, I will check it for you. Yeah, I'm slow to find the calendar as well. So the next race is Bahrain. Haha, everybody's favorite, am I right? If I have the time, I will commentate as well. If not, you'll have somebody else here, I'm sure. Thanks again for joining. This is PRL Performance Racing League, Season 9, and next week will be Race 5 out of 14. Have a nice day, y'all.